Marcus Lofton is facing 2 different felonies for the death of his wife, Alicia, according to court documents that 1 day after he was served divorce papers.
On the morning of August 17th, Grand Rapids police responded to calls of an unresponsive woman with multiple wounds next to a home on Union Avenue Southeast near Oakdale. 42-year-old Marcus Lofton is charged with open and felony firearm for allegedly shooting wife Alicia Lofton in that incident. According to a probable cause affidavit, Marcus told investigators the day prior Alicia served him divorce papers and was selling the house. On the 17th, Marcus said an argument ensued where he grabbed Alicia's pistol that was found in a drawer, and as he attempted to strike her, it went off. He then told police Alicia went into a room and locked the door, and after Marcus forced it open, Alicia was climbing out a window to exit the house. That's when Marcus says he shames. At the time of...
Check this out. Do y'all know the size of Grand Rapids, Michigan? Those of you who are from Michigan or from Grand Rapids or from surrounding areas, because Grand Rapids is right in the middle between Chicago and Detroit. Let me just say, Grand Rapids is considered to be small. Like, everybody's connected in some form of fashion, or you run into the same people repeatedly. Therefore, at the same time, like through the generations, this first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation, by the time you have kids, they're now connected some kind of way. Or it's a good chance that, shoot, you done had kids by the same cousin, or y'all was dating the same guy. You know, it's small. Okay, that's my point. It's small. So you're gonna hear things as far as what people may or may not be into, you know, from where I'm coming from. It's just an opinion. It's just an alleged, you know, it's always this side, another side, the truth. And then sometimes it's just things that just never get told. But it's always something. I said through a prophetic word that this would be the year 2023, that things would be unmasked. When people's been questioning things to find out the real about people, this is going to be the year. And not everybody is going to be able to handle it and the way they react. So this brings us to the news version side. Then this brings us to the Facebook side and what the streets are saying, all mixed in. But Marcus Lofton, he gonna have his day in court for it to come out and for justice to prevail. But my thing is, y'all, for real, this couple, newly married. Now, if you're a person portraying to like women and men, or if you're doing a cover-up thing, if you're a woman, if you're a man, like ain't nobody being left out, or if you done been through some form of a change, it's just messed up that people don't divulge what they need to. Some people are honestly okay with it. They're okay with it. If you're maybe was doing one thing at one time, you done had a change of mind, heart, body, soul, done had to come to Jesus meeting of some sort. I don't know. But the thing is, it's just best to be upfront. If you're struggling with some form of like spirits that you can't get off of you, again, because this taking it way too far, allegedly just going too far, like allegedly him committing this act and doing this horrendous act to this mother. She had kids, family, who cared about her. So again, when I was, circulating on Facebook to dig a little bit deeper, because I'm like, wait a minute, this Grand Rapids, Michigan, this is hitting kind of close to home. So I want to know more. So I get to dig in, and I'm like discovering things on Facebook that's been brought out. And I didn't know that there was a page that exists. And that's just the thing. Now we in an era where more things are easier to be uncovered, and not everybody reacts. If you say you're going to expose them, Not everybody reacts calm, cool, collective, like, okay. Because see, that's just it. When these spirits get to hooking up with all these other different type of spirits and you don't know who they done hooked up with, you're honestly exchanging that energy and taking on spirits from them. So I came across this on Facebook titled as The Real Version. Well, we're going to put allegedly on that. Alicia Lofton discovered and had proof that her husband was sleeping with a man, took it upon himself to take her out. An order of protection was put in place in May after he was arrested for a domestic violence case against Alicia. The day before the takeout, on August 16th, Alicia served her soon-to-be ex-husband with divorce papers and informed him she was selling the house to get away and move on with her life. Like, you look at this couple on the outside, because a lot of times, you know, yes, we do look at people and we think, oh, what a nice couple. But see, that's something positive. Why not say that? Say it. But you don't get so caught up to just basically daydream or have in your mind. Again, talk about the mind series, the power of the mind, how thoughts can just wander off and you think like, I want that. I want to have that. I would like to have that lifestyle. Like, wow, what would it be like to have relationship goals that I can identify with what I'm seeing with this couple? That's just it. We don't know. We don't know. But my gosh, to this extent, let me tell y'all, when I had my time at this one particular location where I had worked at. Now, this area where I worked, it was rampant. It was running rampant with men who are into men. And not all of them were up front, because one of those men was saying, what's up to me. I told this story in a story time. But yet he was 3 doors down, hooking up, connecting, getting the cheeks worked on by the man who owned a business. Now that gentleman, he was open, out with it. You know, I would see different guys, you know, going over there. He might be mentioning the night before. And I'm like, okay, that's your business. That's enough for me. But the one time I went over there to holler at him about something that was going on within the city and, you know, word was spreading around in the neighborhood, I look and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm seeing these legs, these socks, these shoes in a position that was very unbecoming. I recognize all that. And I'm like, wait a minute, ain't that the who's still the same guy that be walking past the job, you know, with a female, but yet trying to get at me, but yet at the same time, you over here, like you got not only one thing going on, 2 things going on, and God knows what else you might have going on. I just happen to see it. Then at my job, I remember this one guy coming in on a regular. 1 minute, you know, he with with this gentleman, then he's with another gentleman. And so, you know, he's out open with it. We talking in general to the level where I felt comfortable, and that was not disrespectful of me to ask him, okay, now you bringing in this young kid to my job or whatever. So you seen a female now, a woman? So he like, yeah. And so I said, okay. No disrespect, but does she know that? Like, are you open when things like that like take place, or telling about, you know, your past or what it is or how you are? He said, oh yes, I'm very open. Now he could have been telling me that, or that could have been true. You know, ain't nobody got nothing to prove to nobody, but I'm just saying, I said to him, well, that's a good thing. And it should be like that. And that's good, because again, not everybody can handle that. And then it's like when people be finding out this stuff, and then you like in this really, really small town, sometimes your mind can wander And it gets off to the point where it's like, oh no, I know this person didn't just play me like this. Because it was mentioned that it was a video. Allegedly, it was a video on Facebook that caught Mr. Marcus Lofton in the act. And allegedly it was posted by Alicia Lofton. All alleged. Allegedly, he didn't take too kindly to that. Be safe. Plan your steps accordingly. Your moves accordingly. But say if she did or she didn't post the video, you don't know how a person still would have reacted. Not everybody wants to remove themselves out of a situation if they've just been served divorce papers. Not everybody wants to be amicable about things. Domestic violence of any form is bad, whether it's verbal, physical. And sometimes people are ashamed to even put it out there, what they're going through, and don't know where to go, don't know where to turn, don't have resources for help. Condolences to her family, to her loved ones. Nobody wins. Again, kids were mentioned. She had kids. You know? In his situation, it's like, again, nobody